I would request Mr. Aneesh Bangia to remain on stage as he is our next speaker for the day. To give you a little background about Mr. Aneesh, he is the co-founder of Open Door, an IIT Madras graduate from the class of 2010. Aneesh co-founded Open Door with Abhishek Kariwal in 2013. Open Door now partners with over 300 schools providing thinking classroom and thinking assessments programs to foster deep thinking in children. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Aneesh Bangia, co-founder of Open Door. Over to you, Mr. Aneesh.
Switching on the mic. Now I'm audible. So my name is Aneesh. I am one of the co-founders of Open Door. Has anybody here heard about Open Door? Okay. Thank you. We have worked with some of you. We work with some of you, and the others we respect a lot. We want to talk about a topic which is very dear to us, which is why do good questions matter in our classroom? Do you think good questions matter in our classroom? Do you think teachers should ask good questions? So this presentation is going to be all about asking good questions. So a little bit of a background about Open Door. We studied at IIT Madras. We started this company in 2013, and currently we work with more than 300 schools in making students think. We also work with NCERT very closely to join research with them. I want to begin by asking everybody a question. So this question is for all of you. Has anybody heard about Isaac Newton? Yes. You have? So my question is, how many years do you think it took Isaac Newton to develop his laws of motion? Any guesses? Without looking at the internet or ChatGPT. Any guesses? How many years did it take Isaac Newton to develop his laws of motion? Any guesses? Just a second. Just a second? Okay. Okay, more than a second for sure. How many years? Did I hear an answer? More than a year. More than a year? Okay. Just a second, more than a year. The correct answer is it took him 22 years to develop his laws of motion. Do you know how much time it takes our teachers to teach laws of motion? Surely they don't need 22 years to teach them, but they currently spend about 6 to 7 periods in teaching laws of motion. No wonder students do not understand laws of motion in depth. How many years do you think it took Robert Hooke to understand what a cell is? Any guesses? The name of Robert Hooke appears in the first paragraph of the chapter of cell. How many years do you think it took Robert Hooke to understand what a cell is? Any guesses? Few years maybe? The correct answer is he never understood it. So what he was looking at was dead cells when he was looking at a cork under a microscope. It took many centuries for people to understand what a cell is. How much time do you think teachers teach when they teach cell for? They teach cell in about 7 to 8 periods. There are many deep concepts across science and math and other subjects that are taught in a hurry. And I often ask myself, when it takes time and deep thinking to understand a concept, then why is there a hurry in our classrooms? Because this hurry is making students a superficial thinker, and when students are growing up and becoming doctors, journalists, marketeers, they are becoming ordinary doctors, ordinary journalists, and ordinary marketeers, because back then in school, they were taught in a hurry. They didn't understand anything in depth. They lost the habit of thinking deeply. Open Door helps teachers across Bangalore, across India, outside India, in helping teachers teach by asking questions and still always finishing syllabus on time. I want to talk about two of our products called Thinking Assessments and Thinking Classroom. And I want to show these products with the help of what I know best, questions. All of you here have come in a car, either from Bangalore or from Mysuru or nearby. In all those cars, there is one engine. Do you know how many engines are there in the human body? Every car that you've traveled in has one engine. Do you know how many engines are there in the human body? Any thoughtful answers? Any, ma'am, please.
More than 4.
How much? Okay, I will not reveal. Glad you don't have a mic. Ma'am is close to the answer. Any other thoughts? While you're thinking, I want to tell you what an engine in a car does. The job of the engine in a car is to burn the fuel, petrol, diesel, CNG, and create energy for the car. Do you know in our body how many such things are there that are burning fuel? Okay, millions. The correct answer is astounding. The answer is we have 37 trillion engines. Million times of a million. We have 37 trillion engines because in each of your cells there is something called a mitochondria. And the job of the mitochondria is only to burn the fuel that you eat and make energy for your body. Had I asked you what is the power of the cell or dashed the power of the cell, you would have just told me mitochondria. But this question makes students think and also appreciate respiration much better. Let me show you 3-4 more questions. Let's say there are 2 glasses of milk as shown in the picture. One has froth, the first one, and the other has no froth. Which milk do you think will stay warmer for a longer time? The one with froth or the one without froth? Any thoughts? If both the milk are at the same temperature, which of them do you think would stay warmer for a long time? How many of you think with froth? Think with froth. Some of you 15, 20, 25, 30 or so. Thank you. How many of you think without froth? The milk without froth? About 7, 8 here, about 7, 8 here, about 4 or 5 here, about 25. Somebody is wrong, surely. So the correct answer is that the milk with froth stays warmer for a longer time because the air that is trapped inside the bubbles of the froth is a poor conductor of heat. And that air does not allow the warmth or the heat inside the milk to be conducted outside. And this is an interesting question that teachers ask using open doors products. Anybody here has tasted protons? But if you were to taste protons, what do you think will they taste like? I'm going to give you a few options. Sour, sweet, spicy, tasteless, spicy, sour, or something else. Any thoughts? This is a question whose answer I will not reveal to you. To know the answer, we have an open door stall outside. So you're welcome to come to our stall and I'm happy to engage. So think about it, it's a very interesting question. If you were to go to the moon and shout on the moon, would you be able to hear your own voice? Say, I were to do on moon. Will I hear this voice that I'm currently hearing? Will I or will I not? This is the question that Open Door helps teachers in asking when they teach the topic of sound. How many of you think yes, possible? 1 hand, 2 hands, 3 hands. Okay. The others are just 4 hands. Thank you. How many of you think no? We cannot. Because sound requires a medium to travel. So I'm getting about 4.5, 7.5, 8, 9, 10 hands. The correct answer is that yes, we can hear ourselves because sound requires a medium to travel and that medium can also be your own body. When you speak and the vocal cord vibrates, the sound also moves from within your body and reaches your eardrum. So that can also help you hear your own sound. Have you ever heard your recorded voice, by the way? Has anybody here heard the recorded voice? Do you like that voice? I don't like my recorded voice, and that has something to do with this. So just think about it. Why do we not like our recorded voice? Okay, one more question. These are 2 animals, hypothetical animals that I'm showing to you. Which one do you think is a predator? And which one do you think is the prey? There are 2 animals. One of them is certainly the predator, one of them is the prey. Which one do you think is the predator? Thank you. So is animal 1 the predator or the prey? Can you just shout out? Is it? One is the predator? the welfare. Why do you think so? I mean, whoever is confident can just voice out. The way the eyes, something to do with the eyes?
Yeah, something with
Yes, something to do with the eyes. One of the animal has eyes closer and the other animal has eyes apart. The first animal happens to be a predator. Its eyes help the animals in focusing on the prey, and the eyes of the second animal helps it survive. That's more like a prey. Going to the next. Unlike many things that you should not try at home, this is a question I will recommend you must try at home. So the question is about a boy who's starting to sit down on a weighing machine. Standing on a weighing machine, begins to sit down. As the boy begins to sit down, do you think the reading of the weighing machine increases? Decreases? Does not change? What happens?
Does not change.
Does it increase, decrease, or does not change? It's an answer you can easily verify at home or when you find the nearest weighing machine. The answer is that the reading decreases for a brief fraction of a second, because as you begin to sit down, you are accelerating downwards, so the normal reaction upwards decreases for a brief moment, and that is the reading of the weighing machine. So the reading tends to decrease, but do try it at home. Yeah, I'll just take the last 2 minutes. I want to show you 2 videos, 1 minute each. The first video is for a product called Thinking Assessments. It helps teachers in immediately understanding how well students are understanding a concept.
I recently completed teaching the concept of force in class 7. Opendoor prepares an assessment for me that I can take after completing teaching the concept. The questions make children think and apply their understanding to different situations. Students answer on a bubble form. I can scan these forms by placing them in front of the computer camera. How quick is that? I noticed that most of my students have not mastered this concept. The concept of balanced forces needs to be taught. Students have major misconceptions in question 3, 7, 10 and 13. I go back to the class next day to work on the learning gaps. In order to see how well I have children improved, I take Opendoor's second assessment after a few days. Oh, by the way, I can even use my phone camera to track. The class average has increased from.
So this was a thinking assessment program running in more than 200 schools, and I want to show you another program called Thinking Classroom, which is a set of workbooks which helps teachers in asking questions during teaching. This program converts all the lectures into good questions. I want to show this with a very interesting song. The song is called "Soch ke nahi pada to kya pada." So let's listen in.
कौन है जो पंखा घुमाए राउंड राउंड, कौन है सुने जो सन्स पे साउंड, क्या करे ये भेजा इस सोच में पड़ा, ये सब सोच के नहीं पढ़ा तो क्या पढ़ा, सोच के नहीं पढ़ा तो क्या पढ़ा, सोच के नहीं पढ़ा तो फिर क्या पढ़ा, चांद पे क्या सिवा करी महक नर, कार को चलाए कौन क्या तुझे खबर, क्या ऐसे कुछ बोल न सकेगा, चिपके हुए हैं हम क्यों जमीन पर, ये सब सोच के नहीं पढ़ा तो क्या पढ़ा, सोच के नहीं पढ़ा तो क्या पढ़ा, सोच के नहीं पढ़ा तो फिर क्या पढ़ा. Make your classroom a thinking classroom.
क्योंकि सोच के नहीं पढ़ा तो क्या पढ़ा.
That completes my time. Thank you so much for thinking. If you want to know more about us, we have a stall called Open Door. You can also reach out. I think the contact information is gone. But you also have a form on your desk which my team is giving to you. Do fill, and we would love to meet all of you. Thank you for thinking. Thank you.
Thank you. I would now request Mr. Anil Sharma to please join us on stage to felicitate Mr. Aneesh Bangia. So, Bangia, ladies and gentlemen, co-founder of Open Door. Let's have a round of applause for Mr. Aneesh. Can we have